beautiful day. It's not hard to get everybody outside. As we continue our event this week, it's amazing to see how these communities have pulled together and what we've actually been able to accomplish. This year, ticket sales are tracking way ahead of where we've been before. I think what we're looking for this weekend, with the weather forecast we've got, the field we've got, it should just turn into a wonderful week, and hopefully we will crown another wonderful champion. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Commissioner, Marty Evans.
Thank you, Jonathan. I have to tell you, this is a fabulous place to be on a fabulous day. So thank you so much for the warm welcome. I can tell you that our LPGA players are chomping at the bit to get back out on the golf course and first tee tomorrow morning. It's going to be a fabulous week. I would like to thank all of you for coming today. It's a pretty exciting day from our perspective. But we've enjoyed a great stretch of LPGA Tour events over the past 2 months, and I can't imagine a better way to top it all off than to be here with you at Prattville. The course looks great, and the players that I've talked with, I've been in the clubhouse a good chunk of today, the players tell me that the playing is absolutely awesome. The anticipation among them is so apparent, and it's a testament to what folks up here have done over the past several years to build this extraordinary event. We certainly couldn't be here this afternoon without the commitment of 2 important leaders in the River Region community. Mayor Jim Byard from the city of Prattville, and Mayor Todd Strange of the city of Montgomery. We'll hear from them in a bit, but I wanted to extend a very heartfelt and personal thank you to each of our mayors here for the unwavering support that you provide this tournament, which is a very important stop in our fall swing. I'd also like to acknowledge the leadership of Mike Beverly, Roberto Wingo, and Tournament Director Jonathan Romero of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. They're a fabulous team, and I've been very impressed with what they've created. And a heartfelt thank you to Dr. David Bronner, CEO of the Retirement Systems of Alabama. I didn't meet Dr. Bronner in person until last night. We were email friends. But I can tell you that just being in his presence, his love for the game is absolutely apparent, and he has done more to promote the notion of Southern hospitality than just about anyone. If you can't be convinced that Alabama is a great place to live and visit, then you don't have a pulse when you're around Dr. Bronner. Certainly the PGA is grateful to him for his extraordinary support of the LPGA, so thank you so much. Now I'd like to introduce someone who is in the most special category to this tournament, and that's Dan Houston, the chairman, the president, the CEO, and major golf supporter in Navistar International Corporation. And it's interesting that when we were all at the Solheim Cup, day after day we went out to the golf course and we would pass the Navistar headquarters building, and it was fabulous to finally have the opportunity to put the Navistar sign that was so prominent in Chicago and Naperville with the individual who is the driving force behind this tournament. The Navistar Corporation, International Corporation, has grown significantly under Mr. Houston's stewardship. He worked his way up to CEO over 35 years ago, and as its leader, he has overseen the transformation of Navistar's products and business, strengthening its place in the global marketplace. The LPGA Tour and its players greatly appreciate it. It's hard to describe a strong enough word to characterize how much we appreciate the support of Navistar and Monaco RV. It's everything to us. So please join me in thanking and welcoming Navistar's Dan Houston.
As I go back 3 years now that we've been here, if you can recall the first year, it was like 85 to 90 degrees, perfect weather. And then I said to Doc, it was spectacular. But can you keep that weather for us? Last year it was 85 to 90 degrees, perfect weather. Now, those of you from Alabama know that about the first 20 days of this month, what has it been? It's not been so good. So we came over to help you out. And what a perfect day, and the forecast is for it to be spectacular for the weekend. So it's an incredible event for us. We started in this region by having a diesel engine plant located in Huntsville. We gathered from the community a workforce that's uncomparable to anything that we have, and I would argue it's uncomparable to anywhere. It's a fantastic place. I can tell you stories sometimes about all the interesting facts of our employment at our facility there. It's spectacular. And we've decided we're going to bring in some new products. So this year we brought in a new product. It's the first time we've ever made a large bore. That means a big engine that goes on long haul trucks. We're making that engine there now. We're getting another new engine that'll be launched there toward the end of next year. So it's our way of saying thank you for being so great to us, and we've got a tremendous future in this area, for sure. But we've also added, you'll go out in the courts here and you'll see our vehicles out there. And large trucks to smaller trucks, school buses. We've got this vehicle right behind me here that's for the military. Saved thousands of lives in Iraq and Afghanistan through the use of that vehicle. We're proud of that. And now we've added another member to our family, Monaco Coach. And it really fits very well with the LPGA. And so on 16 you'll see a Monaco Coach, and you'll see about 50 Monaco Coaches as you enter the property here from customers of ours. So it's another venue for us to take care of our customers. You know, that's what it's really about for us. It's nice to be in the community and perhaps give back to the community, but it's great for us to treat our customers here. And I can tell you, every year we have added to that customer list. We've brought those customers down here. This year we're bringing business partners down for the weekend to spend with us. And there's nothing finer than having that camaraderie. You can imagine in your business, in our business, in your family. That works so well toward bonding and finding ways to work out difficult problems together. And I don't have to tell you, but the economy is tough. And there's not a lot of bright future for the next couple of months, although I think we'd all say you see some smidgens of a light here and there. So the times are tough. But we've got to find a way to keep things going here. So, Marty, if you would join me for a second here. First, I would like to thank, from our standpoint, what got us started here was Governor Riley and Dr. Bronner. And for sure, without them, we wouldn't be here. To start with, Mayor Byard, thank you as well for your hospitality over the years, and the LPGA. Marty, you gals are fantastic, and yourself and your leadership now. So what I would like to say is, I know you already are happy about this as I am, but we're coming back. So with that, this gentleman that you all know very well, and he's the guy with the dream. And he came and put all of these golf courses together that are much more important than golf for the state of Alabama. Dr. Russell.
I'll be very brief, just to say thanks to Dan, because you know as well as I do that we wouldn't be able to have this without Dan. And we've got hopes that we'll have as we know, a second event with LPGA in Mobile with Don Bell, who's also a great supporter of ours. But without Dan, this just simply wouldn't happen. And it was, Dan and I were laughing as he came around the road. He said, this same course we announced this thing on, and we drove up in the truck that was so big. What was the name of that one?
It was the, what the heck, CXT.
Yeah, well, anyway, it was big.
We thought it was going to sink in the dry.
And I thought, what the hell, here's the announcement, and we sink. But we did good. But the second thing I'd say is I think Dan and I have thoroughly enjoyed the LPGA. I've had the pleasure of meeting with many of them of the different tours, and we had Nike here, and we had the other ones in the state. But the LPGA to me has always been the finest and the most gracious people and the most fun people to work with, and that's to your people. And I'd say that the other thing I would say to you is that we've had two great mayors. There's probably three that I love in the whole state of Alabama. There are two of them. The other one I love is way down in Mobile, and he's a long ways away. But it makes all the difference in the world. You have to understand that when you have leadership jobs like they have in Montgomery and in Prattville, it's very difficult. Very difficult to make people happy. Because many people will say, why in the world would you even want to support a golf event? And they have to do the laborious job of trying to explain to them what it means to the hotels, what it means to the restaurants, what it means to the reputation, and more importantly, what it means to having Dan here. And Dan told you that he's going to have businessmen in. He has them in from all the way from Arizona to California to the East Coast. And they'll get their first exposure of Alabama. They'll get their first exposure of the Robert Trent Jones Trail. You know, I can advertise in Tucson, I can advertise in Cleveland or Cincinnati, but I got to get them here. And once they see something, then hopefully they'll bring their industry back. But as I said to you, I have two very favorite mayors here. It's really fun because many mayors in this part of the world, whether it's in the shoals that I dealt with, I had 4 mayors up there in 4 cities that never talked to each other. They literally never talked to each other until we started the trail. Now they meet weekly. But these two guys are going to make a difference in the river region. And Mayor Byer and Mayor Todd Strange, we love you both. Thanks a lot.
We love you also, Dr. Bronner. Commissioner, Madam Admiral, I don't know how we're supposed to address you, Marty. We are glad to have you and the LPGA back in Prattville and in the river region. Dan, you're from Chicago. We're very similar to Chicagoans in our politics. 4 times and you get to register to vote here. So, yeah, you vote early and often. Next year you'll be a registered voter now. On behalf of Prattville and Mayor Strange, Todd's going to get up and speak on behalf of Montgomery, but on behalf of the river region, we want to thank you for coming back to our area of the country and partnering with us. We also have had a lot of golfers in this area, and we especially like the ladies on the LPGA Tour. It is special. They are special. I hope that we treat them, I know we treat them with tremendous Southern hospitality. I hear often how they enjoy being in this area, and we will be glad to welcome you back. We're glad that y'all came and got the rain stopped, because this weather is fabulous. I talked with one of our firemen just a few minutes ago, and someone said, if you treated anybody, and they said, we've treated them for gorgeous weather. So that's what we need, some of that. With that, I do want to introduce Mayor Todd Strange. Todd is not new to our LPGA. He's new as the mayor. He has been the chairman of the Montgomery County Commission, and he is a great mayor and a great partner for our river region.
Forget the politician, but someone said it takes a village. And if you were on the golf course today, you would understand it took a village for us to play golf today. But it also takes a village to do things like this. Dr. Bronner has been such a leader in our community, in our state, for so many years. The vision that he's had, the LPGA and the golf courses that are here, you know, he talks about what it means to us. Randall Marketing will tell you that for every person that stays in a hotel every night, it's $169. You do the arithmetic. The hotels are full this week. This is economic development at its best. And to be able to know that we're going to have this opportunity in September and October next year gives us hope. It's that light that's into the tunnel, and it's not the train coming at us. It is in fact the light at the end of the tunnel. And Commissioner, you got a great tour. I love playing. As you can see, I've got my cleats on. I've just finished. Laura Diaz was wonderful. She's a beautiful, pregnant lady, still swimming. And I I'm delighted to do that. I met Dan in Mobile at Dr. Ron's tournament. I'm all about economic development. Thank you for your engine plant in Navistar up in Huntsville. And if you ever want to expand and there's no room up there, we got a nice plot of land between Montgomery and Prattville. One that's making all this happen, we really do. And Jim and I, we're great friends. We're going to announce something pretty soon that's going to be really unique. We've already announced a sports commission here. He's going to join with us, and we're going to have a sports commission for the entire River Region and bring more events like this so that we can continue to have a great, vibrant River Region. Thank y'all so much.